Curtis Calhoun here with MMA News, and right now I am joined by Goiti Yamauchi. He's got a big fight coming up at Bellator 292 against Michael Venom Page. How's it going, Goiti?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. First things first, man, just kind of talk to me about how this camp has been for you, how pumped you are to get back in there at Bellator 292 against Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a camp, a hell of a preparation. I gave everything that I had. So just now I'm just relaxing to be ready for the battle. The hard work is done, and just get my body, my mind healthy. I did a great job. Me and my whole team, we did a great job.
You mentioned you've been taking care of your mind. What are some things that you like to do in that aspect? Are you a meditation guy, or how do you develop that aspect of your game?
Of course, I think meditating is it's something that, I think one of the most important things for the mind. Everybody should do. Not just meditation, but this is a great tool. This is a great technology. There's a lot of science inside the meditation stuff. So yes, I do a lot of meditation, visualize things, try to relax. That is not something easy to relax, even especially when you're a fighter and you have a great challenge in front of you. So it's really challenging for me, but I think I did a great job. I had some good times. We are ready. We took very serious this fight, this camp, but we happy. We happy. We want to fight. We want to win this fight. So I feel great.
One thing that's really stood out about you, especially over your last few fights, is your striking is really showcased, right? I mean, obviously you got that big finish over Neiman Gracie in your last fight. I guess talk to me a little bit about your development in that aspect of your game. Like, do you feel like your striking gets overlooked a lot?
Yeah, this is MMA. For me, since the day one in this sport, my goal is to finish the fight, no matter what, no matter how. Striking or submission, it doesn't matter. And I'm happy to represent my martial arts. That is jiu-jitsu. So if I had to finish all my fights until the end of my career in the ground, I would be happy to finish. Like I said, it's all what matters is to win the fight. So I don't care too much about about the opinion of my striking game. I will if people overlook my striking game, they will I will finish him. I will let all those people down. Those people will get surprised.
How do you see this fight playing out stylistically? Do you feel like this is a favorable style matchup for you?
Yes, of course. I'm very confident about the fighter that I am, the grappler that I am. So I think not just my game and my martial arts, but I think everything that I have, it's just better. I will prove March 10 that what I'm talking to you right now. I'm just ready to put on the show and give my best.
Did you get a chance to watch the welterweight title fight this past weekend between Yaroslav Amosov and Logan Storley? If so, what are your thoughts on the fight itself and Amosov's performance?
Unfortunately not. I wanted to see that fight really bad, but I couldn't. I was taking care of my son. But I just watched the highlights. I thought Storley would win the fight. But amazing performance about Amosov. I think he's a great fighter, a great warrior, and he deserves all the credits. He's a hell of a fighter.
Amosov mentioned after the win that he's eyeing a showdown with Jason Jackson next for his next title fight. I guess if you get this big win against Michael Venom Page and not only defeat him but also get a big finish, do you feel like you could have a chance to skip the line and possibly face Amosov next?
Of course. Of course, because I'm fighting Michael Page. Michael Page is the number one in the rankings. So I think Jackson is the second. So probably I will, I'll be the number one, and we'll see. It's up to Bellator, but I'm hoping to fight for the title pretty soon.
I got you, man. And I got to ask you, are you interested if Bellator does a lot of another Bellator versus RIZIN event? Are you interested in possibly being on that card and fighting in Japan?
Yep. In the first, sorry, in the first show, Bellator against RIZIN, I fought against a RIZIN fighter, so one of a best experience that I ever had. So I think that's pretty interesting. Not just against RIZIN, but against any other event. But I like RIZIN. I told many times that I want to fight RIZIN too. I like that, the atmosphere in Japan. So I'll be glad. I'll be happy to fight in my country.
What makes the atmosphere different in Japan as opposed to other nations that embrace MMA? I feel like Japan just kind of stands alone in terms of, those top markets in terms of embracing fighting and the culture and all that.
Exactly. It's totally different from, even in the United States, it's different. Not just because it's my home country, but it's people in Japan. They love fight. They're really respectful. They respect a lot of the fighters, the athletes. So it's very good to compete over there. You feel home, regardless your nationality. If you're from America, Africa, Europe, doesn't matter. They would treat you very good. They'll treat you with your respect, and they'll treat you like a fighter deserves.
One thing that's really stood out about you over the years is that you've always been very humble. You're not much of a trash talker. Do you feel like, that traditional aspect of MMA of showing respect for your opponent is kind of a rarity nowadays in the sport? Or I guess, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that they're not like cocky or arrogant. They're just they just fake it. It's a kind of a mask. I respect it because they promote the fight. But at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, you got to show your respect to your opponent, because is an entertainment market. This is a business. This is nothing personal. My opponent, he shouldn't hate me. He shouldn't feel nothing against me, because this is just business. That's the same thing that I feel for my opponent. This is not personal. This is just a business. We're looking for our dreams. We're trying to get money to be the champ. So that's what this is what's how the business that's how the business work, and that's how I control my mind and my mouth to against my opponents.
What do you feel like has been the biggest difference for you in terms of your career, your skill set, just overall, from the first time you fought in Bellator to now? What do you feel like has been the biggest difference and biggest change that you've made in your fight career?
Well, I think my mindset. I think I grew up a lot of in my mind. A lot of things changed in this territory, my brain, my mentality. I think not too much physique, but the way I see things, the way I see the business.
And you mentioned something really interesting. I think it was after your last fight. You mentioned that you don't believe in strategy, but you believe in adaptability. Like, talk to me a little bit about, that aspect of your game. Do you feel like a lot of fighters fail to adapt in the middle of the fight and kind of get sucked into the game plan?
Yes, just like Mike Tyson says, your plan is gone when you got your first punch in the face. Is the worst. I don't know what this word strategy means to most of people, But it seems like they have a, they write down in the paper and then try to follow that. I don't believe it. I think you should be prepared for all kind of fighters, and for the best and for the worst situation. Um, Even Bruce Lee said that you just needed to be like water and adapt it for all kind of situations.
Absolutely. Well, last question for me, Goichi. Once again, I really do appreciate the time. What's your message to Bellator fans? What can they expect at Bellator 292?
Well, people can expect my best. I'll be in the best shape of my life. Like always, I would try to put in the show to show my best shape and my best style, my best grappling. So I love all of them, all the Bellator fans, and just wait for my best.
No doubt about it. We're looking forward to it. Goichi, it was great to meet you. Great to chat with you. All the best with these final few days of camp. And I have a feeling we'll definitely chat again really soon, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Curtis. See you soon.